GM. We're live. I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. It is Pod Luck Thursday. Pretty good Thursday night football game tonight. Seahawks, Rams. Should be fun. Definitely it's going to start impacting some of our best ball stuff. So we start the week off with a bang. A lot of high-owned players, high advancement players will be kicking off tonight. So absolute best of luck to everybody. Chris says GM candles. Hey, GM to you, Chris. Hope you're having a great one. Saying I'm the only one of my pods with Puka Adams is out. Can we get a big game out of Puka? Well, good luck there, Chris. Always nice to see those clean outs. Always nice to see those clean outs in your pod. And for you, Puka, that's a pretty good one. So good luck there. Jake, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Manifesting a Charbonnet night in bad weather. Now, I haven't checked the weather for tonight, so I'm actually curious. Let's see. Let's see what that is. We'll ease into things this morning. Yeah. So Mr. Roth has this as orange, red. Seeing multiple models suggest a period of sustained winds around 20 with gusts up to or over 40. That'd be factor in throws or kicks. So no rain concerns is what he has it, other than some perhaps light showers. But it sounds like it could be a little windy. So we will see. Could impact some of the longer throws. Could turn the game a little sloggy, but we'll see. So Steven, GM chat, everyone. Hey, Steven, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great one. Let me start real quick with the pod, with my BBM pod. We'll run some playoff best ball, but I think people do like some of the pod stuff. All right, if I go to leaderboard, I put myself in here. We got our one team, but we have, so in BBM, this is really cool. The number in parentheses is how many other teams have that player. So PD is giving me a 6% chance of getting out of this pod. It's not great, not terrible, but we have some nice stuff. No other CMC teams. So we are absolutely rooting for a big CMC week. DeAndre Swift, weirdly highly represented. 5 Swift teams feels like a lot. And so does 5 Braylon Allen teams, considering he hasn't played. So kind of a weird coincidence. A lot of Braylon Allen. Swift's groin injury has me slightly concerned. He's been dealing with that all year. So hopefully that does not turn itself into something worse, because he has missed time previously. So we got CMC, Swift, and Ramondre, but no other CMC team. So if we get that CMC eruption, that's pretty good. The other thing we got is no other Aaron Rodgers. Now, there's definitely better quarterbacks to have the only copy of, but they are playing Detroit in Detroit. So if we're ever going to get that, Aaron Rodgers has to throw a lot. We do have Metcalf on the team. There's 2 other Metcalf teams. So, not terrible being the only Rodgers team. We're the only A.J. Brown team and the only Debo team. So 3 kind of spike week guys that we could see. I do like that I don't have a ton of overlap other than Trey McBride. Half the pod has Trey McBride. So honestly, probably almost better if McBride doesn't do a lot, but we get some usable scores out of like a Bretton Strange. So we'll see. I like this team. I think of the teams to go through, this is definitely kind of a fun one. Wish the running back room was healthier. A little thin with just CMC, Swift, and Ramondre. But having Shaheed, having Slayton, having Debo, all low-owned spike week potential kind of guys is kind of a fun out. Hey, Brent Wilson, GM friends, let's all click play. Hey, appreciate you so much, Brent. Hope you're having a great morning. And yeah, you can hit the like, hit the sub. We're trying to get to 400 subs. So we're on our way, though. We're on our way, and it's been absolutely awesome. Greg, GM Gang ran a few of the BBM sims this morning. Oh, did you? That's awesome, Greg, because I'll admit it, I clicked it a couple 20 times. I couldn't find my name up at the top, but that's I'm glad to hear that some of them were percolating up through. One of mine has 6 Olave. Yeah, it's just so random. Like, just looking at my opponents, 7 Wandales. Feels like a lot of Wandale. Feels like a lot of Wandale. Hates me though. Screenshot a Mooncat. I will. You know what, Greg? If I see a Mooncat sighting, I will I will let you know. Yeah, 8 McBride teams in this pod. Absolutely crazy. So just not too bad though. I do like where I'm at, right? All I can ask for is even just not having one other CMC team. Like I spent the whole offseason talking about the CMC Meteor, and now I need it. It's put up or shut up time. So we'll see if we can get there. Alboogie GMGM or GMMGM. I don't know if you're this is a subtle advertisement for MGM Casino, but appreciate you, Alboogie. Hope you're having a great morning. Purple Yosh, likewise. Best of luck starting off tonight in the Olymp streets. All right, let's hop in a little BR to start, and then we'll run a Mitten. We do have we do have BBM launching for our week 16 stuff, so a little familiarity with the slate. We can see what the people want. Now, obviously, the one thing is, this is only the Sunday slate, and there's a lot of games off of the slate. The Saturday games. Let me see. Which are the Saturday games? We got Eagles, Commanders, Bears, Packers. So they'll be going off on Saturday, and then the Sunday night game is Pats, Ravens, and Monday is Niners, Colts. So I'm going to have to wait to Monday to really know how I'm doing, because my team obviously is heavily reliant on CMC. I also have Pittman there. So I just hope I'm within 20, 30 points of the top. If I'm down 50, it's pretty over, but we'll see. It was a typo. Okay. I thought maybe you got a new sponsor, Al Boogie. If MGM wants to sponsor this channel, they're more than welcome, although I've never actually used their product. We got Chad G20 in the room. And other than that, if you're in here, let me know. I'm not recognizing the name of any of all of you off the rip here. Greg ran it to 4 LaQuint Allens in a pod. That has to be pre-draft stuff, right? Because I think I have some pre-draft LaQuint. I can't imagine anyone taking him in post-draft stuff. And if they did, 4 is insane. I'd be shocked if there were significantly more than 4 LaQuint Allen teams still in this tournament. Unless I'm just totally misreading how people were drafting the Jags. All right, so we just went straight running backs here. I kind of like Amon-Ra more than Jamar. You know what? I'm going to live my truth. I'm going to take Amon-Ra. This Dolphins team with Quinn Ewers, this could be an absolute disaster. Cincinnati, they feel like they're packing in the tent a little too. But man, Quinn Ewers, this game could be non-competitive quickly. This could just turn into a whole bunch of Chase Brown and P. Ryan running out the clock at the end of this game. I don't know. I have despite wearing my Dolphins sweatshirt, it's kind of wearing it ironically today. It's I'm not going to be totally out on Chase Brown, but let's get it on Amon-Ra team. Go Easy Cards. GMGM ran a few sims in my head and no Go Easy Card sightings, but I did see that's the sim that matters there. Go Easy Cards. We would love to see it. We got to see Gunnar Ross and Purple Yosh, and I'm just glad that they're not meeting this week. So we have the potential out that we get them both in the finals. Plenty of Gunnar Ross, yeah. You just got to click enough. The one name that does keep showing up in Sims darkly enough is one Buck St. Thomas. He is the Sims, the PD Sims like his team. I have seen. I saw him win BBM in the sim and the Slappy Central Discord. There's a couple screenshots of Buck taking it down. So it could be the year of Buck. We'll see. He torpedoed us all with selling us Tank Bigsby, made our teams worse, and then took down the contest. So truly playing the long game is one Mr. Buck. I took Nico there in the fracas. They could be light in the running back department. I mean, it really could be like Jawar Jordan, perennial practice squad guy. So I could see Houston maybe passing a little more if their running game isn't quite up to scratch. So we'll see. I mean, I like Nico regardless, but I do think there's the potential for a couple of additional targets against a very bad defense in the Raiders. Michael Wilson, I think at this ADP is a little off my board. It sounds like MHJ is going to come back. So I do think that makes him overvalued. Last time he came back, it was very bad for sorry, I'm just thinking if I want to take Chase Brown or Kyle Pitts here. Let's take Chase Brown. We don't have a running back yet. And like I said, I passed on Jamar Chase, so it probably makes sense to take something. If I think the Dolphins are going to get blown out, somebody has to score the points. So we'll take Chase Brown. We saw Michael Wilson kind of revert to his sacrificial X role and give MHJ his job back. We'll see if they can put the genie back in the bottle. But either way, pick 15 feels aggressive when we have a pretty heavy amount of uncertainty as far as how that's all going to shake out. So we got Chase Brown, Amon-Ra, Nico Collins. That said, I will say I don't want no Michael Wilson if I'm getting volume down because, he has been so good. Atlanta's defense, we're not really afraid of. They're going to be indoors, good game environment. But, if I'm just going to run some of these on stream and take some of my favorite plays and talk it through, I'll kind of live my truth more than just try to get exposures and combos up. Chris says, V. Wrighton, Gunnar Ross, and Steampunk Mario could all meet in the finals. The Candles Tree. That's what they say. You tune into this stream and you make an Olymp final. It's pretty. The correlation is very strong. They're saying, and correlation, as we know, absolutely equals causation. We're gonna just grab Kyle Pitts here. I know it feels a little chasey taking him after 40 points, but the matchup is good. Now, Drake London coming back, I think, is going to make the Kyle Pitts stuff a little worse. That said, running back, I think Quinn Ewers makes Darren Waller a lot less appealing than he was previously. Almost inclines me to do a little more scrolling. I think Juwan Johnson is very intriguing down here in the mostly undrafted category. It sounds like Vele is going to miss. So that target tree could get very condensed. We just saw the Jets get absolutely torn apart by the Jags. I think Juwan Johnson is kind of a fun click. We've seen him come to life in the fantasy playoffs before. So I like some Juwan Johnson stuff if I'm going to scroll down. But there were really no running backs left that made sense when I made my pick. So I'll grab Kyle Pitts here in a running back. We can decide who we want at quarterback here. Dowdle, Judkins, these are all fine. It's running back is very uninspiring. I've seen some Tony Pollard. He's had a couple good weeks back to back. We don't know what we're going to get out of Kansas City with Minshew. It sounds like Rice might not play with the concussion. So, I think that game might just be kind of gross. I'm just trying to see if there's anything really appealing down here. What are my QB options? Herbert, Dak. Okay, so I don't need to worry about any of my stacking partners getting taken. I think I'll just queue up Dowdle. It's a little unimaginative. He's going to be somewhat, I don't know what kind of ownership percentage it's going to be. I think he'll be taken in most drafts, but I do like that against Tampa Bay. And then as far as wrapping this team up at quarterback, I think we just take Jared Goff and move on, assuming Schweinbaumer would be very weird to not take one of Herbert or Dak. So I think we can safely say we're going to end up with Goff on this team. All right. Hey, Chief Matt, GM. Hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you so much coming in. Yosh and Gunnar Ross first and second. That's what we're rooting for. Hope Chase Brown ships it for you. I have 3 of those teams still live against 2, 1, and 0 other teams. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad to have that cleaning out against the Dolphins. Pat Bryant. I don't think I have much Pat Bryant left, but you never know. I think the Billy P team at Olympus is the best gunner, and I got absolutely. Yeah, that's what the people want. All right, we'll take Jared Goff. This team will end up being Goff, Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, Amon-Ra, Nico Pitts. No real scrolls here. Kind of a meat and potatoes team. but I think there are some scrolls we could get to. But we'll hop into a playoff best ball next. Let's see what Chad G20 does. We do know he's a good drafter. Hartman, GM. Hope you're having a good one. Go Easy Cards. Chat keeps putting me in a 1-minute timeout. Go Easy Cards. I don't even know how to put someone in timeout. I will confess. I've never had to do that. You all are literally the best chat on the internet. So we'll see. So I don't know how to do that. I think I'd actually. I see how I can do it, but I'm not going to do it. I clicked something I've never actually clicked on before. I'm not putting you in timeout. Go Easy Cards. Sometimes they have all caps stuff filters. But yeah, we see Chad G20. He goes Gibbs, Javonte, Mike Evans, Baker, Jacoby Myers, and Juwan Johnson. Chad G20, sharp drafter, takes Juwan Johnson there. So there you go. Don't just take it from me. Don't just take it from me. Take it from Chad G20, who we know is a good player. Craig says it was being weird for me earlier as well with sub-only mode or whatnot. Yeah, it's normally on subs 1 minute, so I don't know why it did that. Pod review and ER1. All right. Well, apologies for it doing that. I think that's something on the YouTube end. All right, let's get into Mitten. It's gonna like tell me I'm in developer mode, even though like I didn't do anything. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it actually fired. Waiting for one. If you want to hop on in, let me know. Hartman says YouTube has been weird the last day or two with subscriber mode. It tells you you're not a sub for a second before refreshing. Yeah, you know what's funny? Actually, I think I had that last night too. In like Davis's channel or something. Or no, it was in the Toxic Tower last night. I was watching the Toxic Tower, and it like wouldn't let me chat. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, am I not subbed? And I'm like, I subbed months ago. All right, so YouTube problem says RM covers. Go Easy. Candles is worth waiting. Yeah. Not 5 minutes though. You can set it to 5. Absolutely not though. This is a you only have to wait 1 minute channel. Jets drop bombs. GM to you. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Appreciate you coming by. I feel like I was in a room with you yesterday and something off stream. But let's see. We got Biff Tannen in the room, our former arch nemesis, now turned friend of the show, Biff Tannen. So he's at the 5. We're at the 2. We will just, take one of Puka or Allen, depending on what X Mugatux does. And we wait. Puka news, I guess the Rams plane apparently was delayed in getting to Seattle. So if you like to play bad sleep angles, there was apparently some issue getting in last night. I think some of those things are just tend to be a little overblown, but people do like some of that. I don't know how long the delay lasted, but they ultimately did get there. Oh, John asked a good question. What's your AFC NFC championship game? I need to look. Let me look to see what's actually possible, because I don't want to say two teams that are going to like meet in the first round and then everyone's like, that's impossible. So like, I think to me, the two teams I see meeting in the AFC are Bills, Pats, but that's my understanding is I think that's possible to happen in like the first round, which would be a problem. And I'm trying to visualize the bracket, because we got the Broncos at the 1, the Pats at the 2, Jags, Steelers. I mean, I think those two are the best for me. Because yeah, the Texans. Would it be Texans, Pats? I'm like losing my mind here. If Adams plays, would be insane. Yeah, I agree there. And then on the NFC side, hold on, we got Josh Allen here. Just want to make sure I don't totally foul this up. Ugh. This is kind of brutal here. We had the Eagles stuff go here. JSN went late. CMC went early. I mean, if we take we take Kyron, we fight over the scraps because there's no pass catcher on that side, which I don't really like to do. Oh boy. What do we want to do, people? Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on the NFC side, and like nothing is particularly appealing to me. So let's do Etienne. We're gonna do Jags and Bills on this side of the world. I do want a running back that's gonna play early, but I don't really like Jacobs. I don't really want Kyron with no hope of getting anyone else. I think we're gonna figure something else out on the NFC side that's not gonna be one of the hyper popular teams. We see Kyron here go to the Puka drafter, and then I think I'm just going to take Kincaid to go with Allen. So stay tuned. We've got something lined up. We'll see if we can do it. And then on the NFC side, I like the Niners and the Rams, assuming that's like a possible title game. But yeah, I can't imagine them playing Adams after his second hamstring injury. That sounds like malpractice. Chief Matt asking, do you believe... I mean, I don't like the Bills. I'm a Dolphins fan. I actively root against them. I think their fans are generally a little full of themselves for a team that's never won the Super Bowl or done anything and chokes every year. But, you know, what are you going to do? But the conference is so not great. Josh Allen really is capable of putting a team on his back, but man, that defense is lousy. And sometimes we see playoff games like coaches save some of their defensive schemes for the playoffs. Like we could see Allen get limited. All right, so Etienne, let's go BTJ, Jacoby Myers. I don't think I saw T-Law go right. No, T-Law should come back to us. There's no other obvious Bills, so let's keep this Jags thing going. Oh shoot, I can't take Jacoby. I thought I was at the turn. So we'll see. Go AZ Cards. I apologize for the Puka Truthers, but I have 0 in the semis. Go 89-mile-an-hour wins. See, my thing is I have Shaheed in this game on my BBM team, so I need the wind to calm down for one deep ball, and then it can go crazy. Issue is if it's super windy, Puka will have... Yeah. So you got to be careful what you wish for. It's a real monkey's paw situation. Brian the Goober. GM. Appreciate you, Brian. Hope you're having a wonderful morning here. Go Easy Card saying hello, Mr. Goober. Brian saying hello back. See, Brian, this is the thing. Yeah, taking Josh Allen in the first restricts you from building good teams. I feel like my problem with Allen, and I've said this before, is like I know there's Allen Cook teams. I know Allen Cook teams exist, and it feels like if you don't get them, then your team is just so much worse than the other Allen teams. And once you take Allen, then you have 2 picks. You know, your next 2 picks, like, well, do you take someone to pair him with, or do you start building on the other side? And you've already missed out on, you know, on JSN. You've missed out on the Rams. It's it gets pretty god awful pretty fast. All right, so we'll take T-Law. And I know you guys are like thinking, what's the plan here? What's the plan? Well, the plan is what's the plan? I'm asking myself what the plan is. I was gonna do Bears, but I'm thinking I might do Bucks. And so that's where I'm at now. I think we're gonna do Bucks. I think the plan is no, we'll do Bucks. That was really fun stuff. I was originally gonna do Bears, but I think we're gonna do Bucks. The problem here is if we don't get Mike Evans with our next pick, I think this stinks, and I'll have wished I had gone Bears because it's a little easier to go Swift and then DJ Moore and Luther Burden and Loveland. Whereas people randomly do take Mike Evans because he's kind of fun. So hopefully taking Bucky, that doesn't happen, but we'll see. You know, Tampa Bay is kind of a weird team. I don't know that they're that much better than the Bears, who go undrafted a lot, whereas I do see a lot of late Buck stuff. So I was gonna do Bucks and then or Bears, and then I kind of lost my nerve at the end there. Alan Cook was more common in the way too early contest, but it was in the. So first of all, A&T, appreciate you coming by. Yeah, you could get it in the way too early. I haven't seen it in the Mitten, but I've seen Alan slip to like 4, which makes me think I could see it happening. It wouldn't shock me. So I don't know. It makes me a little nervous that it does exist. Brian says, I think I heard Shady say that Josh Allen in the first round is by far the worst EV pick you could make. I mean, maybe. I guess the whole thing relies on them getting to the Super Bowl. But yeah, my worry is it's going to be so hard to build the best version of the Josh Allen team. I don't know. It does feel a little thin. We'll take Evans and Godwin there. So we've got Josh Allen, T-Law. Josh Allen, T-Law, Etienne, Bucky, and then Kincaid, BTJ, Jacoby Myers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and now we need one more player. We have 4 Jags. We have 2 Bills. So I guess the question is, do we take one more Tampa Bay? Because we definitely need Tampa Bay in our Super Bowl. I mean, I theoretically could take like a one-off, and then I could build a Jags 4 versus 1. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather just add maybe a low-owned Buck, Tampa Bay Buck on this team, because I do need that. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got for? Oh my gosh. Tampa Bay, Igbuka's still there. I don't want to do Baker. Rashad White, K-Dot, and Sean Tucker. Those all feel pretty thin. The Bills, the Bills running backs, I could always take Ty Johnson. That never feels great. That feels kind of like eating a 0 a little bit. Let's just grab Igbuka. We'll take the entire passing game here. The Super Bowl really is going to have to be like Josh Allen versus Bucky and the gang. I don't know. This team's not great. It is really hard to build these good Josh Allen teams, I think. I also don't know if I did the world's greatest job on this team, but we do have 4 Buccaneers. So if it's Jags Bucks, we have a pretty sweet Super Bowl with T-Law, Myers, BTJ, Etienne versus the 4 Bucks. So if it's an all Florida Super Bowl, we're feeling pretty good. Maybe Josh Allen helps carry that team to the promised land. So we'll see. All right. Go easy cards. Rams are harder since all their studs go early. At least the Bills pass catchers are late in dart throws. Yeah, but they're just so bad. And it also feels like the Bills, like, darts are going to be good for one game. Like, I can't imagine, like, Gabe Davis having 3 good games in a row. It's just so gross. Ball's Life, dear Santa, all I want is $1 million for. Hey, best of luck, Ball's Life. Hope springs eternal. We're still live in our on our best ball sweats. I would love an Allen Barkley start. Yeah, that's the thing is like, if you get lucky, maybe the key to Allen is not taking him at the 2 and taking him if and when he falls to 3 or 4, because those couple picks can make a huge difference. I don't know. John Frandano, yeah, Shady doesn't like it because the best version exists in the contest and you can't get it anywhere. Yeah, that's okay. Well, then I don't feel crazy for thinking that. So, yeah, we'll see. I think even the sidekick suggests Cook at the 1.2. Yeah, Cook is easier because then you're just playing the quarterback through a team you can actually build out. But yeah, if I could get Allen Cook, my God. Sims are saying Cook over Allen and build with NFC QB. There you go. Yeah, I don't know that I disagree with that. as I take a Josh Allen team here in front of you all. Brian says, at John, I've taken a few Cook at the 1-2, hoping to discourage people from taking Allen. It hasn't worked yet. Yeah, people are just going to windmill Allen. Jake says, when Allen goes for 44 in the first round, people will be sorry they weren't drafting him because 4 other teams have him. Yeah, well, that's the other thing is he can just nuke. And then you're like, well, should have taken Josh Allen. The Rams guys also score points. That's the other difference. It is nice to have the Rams pieces because they, as Crutch's notes, they score points. And that's, that's why we're taking Puka. That's why we're fighting over Devontae Adams. Nobody likes Kyron, but everyone wants him in this contest because he scores touchdowns on a really good offense. Julian Hoffman, first time I was able to get the whole Eagles offense. Are you in this? Are you Biff Tannen? Oh my gosh. Okay, see, I didn't know this. All right, yeah. Well, we'll look. Let's check it out. You did get the whole, assuming you are Biff Tannen, Julian, which, see, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. We got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Omarion Hampton, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Ladd McConkey, Dallas Goedert, Bretton Strange, Keon Coleman, and QJ. So you have the Eagles Infinity Gauntlet. They can play whoever, and you are fine. And I think you put a pretty good crop of whoever. Hampton, QJ, Ladd. That's pretty good. And then Keon Coleman as a one-off Buffalo, Bretton Strange, a one-off Jag. Yeah, I mean, you have the 5-1 with the Bills and the Jags. Yeah, pretty good there. If the Eagles roll, that team will be a wagon. John says the Bills start throw picks. Yeah, are the kind of get your team eliminated. Yeah, they're very much need to be carried. Feel like they need to be carried into a Super Bowl. I mean, that said, like, you could just get like a week 1 Keon Coleman game where one of those random Bills pass catchers just ascends and they're actually like more than just a dart. But it really feels like Coleman's kind of the only one. Like Kincaid, I'm not counting Kincaid and Shakir because they go pretty early. So like they need to be good. But as far as like the really late ads, to me, Coleman and even that, gosh, that feels thin. If the Bills make the Super Bowl, you will need Allen. Enough said. Yeah, I mean, assuming he outscores the other team's quarterback in all likelihood, which, I think he's probably pretty heavy favorite. Unless it's a Cook game, right? Unless it's like, unless it's a Cook game and the other team is keeping pace. Always bully the Sims. We run the Sims in our head here. It doesn't always go very well, I'll say that. It's probably better to actually let the computer do it. In a 2 of 6 advance, Josh can't kill your team in the first round. Maybe not kill it, but it could still be pretty tough. It could still be pretty tough if he's like, again, if it's a big Cook week. It could be pretty tough. And T99, I want everyone to stop taking Allen at 2. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're just bullying everyone out of Allen. E-Coxer, hey, GM to you, E-Coxer. Appreciate you so much coming by, hanging out. Good morning. Let me hop in another Mitten. We can keep talking playoff best ball. All right, waiting for 4. So there's no excuse. If you want to get in, get on in. Mr. Worth, GM to you. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Crutch's notes, I mean, T-Law went for 47. It wasn't optimal in salary cap due to other pieces, so it doesn't mean it's Josh Allen, even if the highest score. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like, it just depends who else is scoring high. Like, if JSN goes crazy and Allen has a big game, like, Allen won't be optimal. Like, JSN plus a quarterback that scores 5 or 8 less than Allen is probably going to be better. So there are definitely worlds where even an Allen nuke is survivable. Assuming you don't need JSN, who scored 35 or no, that was I think we're making a similar point there. Thomas Awa, GM to you. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. I'm in at the 4 hole. Go Easy Cards in here. We got Mr. JT Vinegar, myself at the 4, Mr. Frandino. I see it in there. Notes he's in here. I see at the 5. Crutches at the 6. So there we go. Hartman reminding us all that we were drafting Josh Palmer unironically with real American dollars back in June. Thank you, Hartman, for that. He makes $10 million for nothing. And he made that for nothing over on the chart. Well, I actually don't know what he was making on the Chargers. But I fell for it. I fell for it again. I said, this could be the year. The deep threat. The deep threat Josh Allen needs. Go easy cards. I know what I'm talking about, for I am a dog bowl non-casher. Can't pull that out. I mean, there is huge amounts of variance there. Take Allen at the 4. See, Brian, this is all led up to me fudding the room so I can get Josh Allen at the 4. Cook at, oh my gosh, all right, I'm going to take Josh. We're taking Allen at the 4. Cook already went. I'm not passing Allen at the 5. It worked, guys. We got him. Cook at 1.1 is probably optimal. There we go. Josh Allen, money for nothing, and the chicks for free. There we go. And I want my MTV Chris Burkle as well. We're here at the 4. We got Josh Allen. John Frandino takes JSN, and Crutches is on the turn. By the way, it's been 36 minutes. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. I meant to do the timestamps. Mitten 1, we'll say around there. Timestamps, as always, are always estimates, so we do our best. Crutches goes Saquon at the 6, and we'll see who he pairs him with. Simple game. Saquon, Devontae. So grabs a couple of the high-end NFC pieces. We'll see what he's planning on the AFC side. Drake May goes. So do we just take Kyron with Allen? We're not really going to get much else in the way of Rams, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's fight a little bit over some of these highest Super Bowl odds, or at least one of the higher ones. Bills against the Rams. Don't love the late Rams stuff. Don't love the late Bills stuff either. But we will try it here. I think sometimes it can be a little hard to get Kyron at the 2, but we'll see. Hey, Captain James, GM, how is it? We're doing great, Captain James. We're talking a little playoff best ball. Go easy cards. This is pretty nice. Cook, AJ Brown, Hurts. I like that start there quite a bit. And maybe taking Cook at the 1 enables that, because you do see AJ Brown, Hurts are very frequently available from the 1. But if you took, say, Cook at the 4, Hurts often doesn't make it back to you if you try this. So not bad there. Not bad there. We got Allen. We got Kyron. What do we want to do here? Let's see what Mr. Vinegar does. He's got CMC and Travion. So he's got Niners, Patriots, and now a Packer. I will just take Shakir here. I think it's getting a little fancy to do anything else. We'll grab Khalil Shakir. But yeah, Captain James, we're doing great. Appreciate you so much. Doc7997, howdy. Hey, Doc. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good one. Tombstone, one of my all-time favorite movies. So appreciate the Doc Holliday avatar there. Thanks for coming in, hanging out this morning. Crutches gets Devonta Smith to pair with Saquon there. We're back on the clock. And again, if we're not going to get fancy, we could take Corum. We could take Corum and Kyron. Or do we want Dalton first aid? That is the question. I don't think Corum will come back to me. Let's just grab that. I am open to the idea of 2 running backs on a team. Getting there, we've seen that happen in short slates. We're obviously going to need another more advanced ratey running back at some point. But let's take Corum there. There is a chance Kincaid comes back. There is no chance Corum comes back. Although Go Easy Cards is probably going to take Kincaid with Cook. But we'll see. Some people don't like Kincaid because he's always hurt. Brian the Goober says the Goobers BBM team was the simulated winner on BBMDB when it was running this morning. We'll see if it's a sign. I mean, Greg says mine showed up in some of his. I have not been able to get mine to appear, but hopefully, hopefully the only sim that matters is willing to bump some of our teams up to the top. All right, let's see. Cortland Sutton goes. Deciding what I want to do. Who do I want my sort of second team to be here? Interesting choices. Brock Purdy goes. We've definitely done this bailout probably more than we should, but I think we're going to go back to the well and take Jahmyr Gibbs on this team and have the Bill or the Lions kind of be the other side of this coin. So we'll do Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, it'd be very hard to build, Allen, Gibbs, Kyron teams if Detroit wins their next game and becomes a little more likely to make the playoffs. This team is likely in trouble. Detroit is a dog to make the playoffs, but we're going to do some of these drafts before this weekend and try to get some teams we won't be able to get. So we're very live to be drafting some extremely dead teams, but we are willing to accept that fate. So we'll take Amon-Ra. For this team, Josh Allen, Kyron, Corum, Gibbs, Shakir, Amon-Ra. We're going to risk it here for the proverbial biscuit, trying to push through some lower owned or harder to get stuff. Go easy cards. Really wanted Harvey to fall. Would have scooped up Harvey Sutton so close. I didn't have the board up to really catch that. But yeah, I mean, if you'd gotten Harvey Sutton, that would have been nice because I might have gotten Kincaid back to me. But alas, did not pan out that way. This is likely to be a 1 QB team with Allen, I think, at this point. I think we're kind of just committed to the Bills versus either the Rams or the Lions in this run out. I don't know that adding like a Goff makes a ton of sense, but again, that is something one of the Sims probably would be very good at identifying. Let's take Colby Parkinson. If it seems like Adams is going to be okay, they are working Parkinson in more. I will likely take JMO with my next pick. I don't know why anyone would just take now that Amon-Ra and Gibbs are gone, I think I have a little less to worry about someone just snapping off a Jameson Williams, but we will grab that. And then maybe we'll try to take a, lower owned Bills piece. And I think we have a couple in mind. John Frandano says Detroit is solid leverage. If Detroit makes the playoffs, the people who didn't take any Detroit are probably in trouble. Yeah, I mean, I would think so. I would definitely think so. We'll take JMO there. Could be a pass on him, sure, but sometimes people see ADP value and can't pass up. So we will get the lion's share, if you will, pun intended, of the Lions there with Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and JMO. You can, with the Lions, Infinity Gauntlet it pretty easily. I could end with Gibbs and Monty, and then I have a Lions can play anyone Super Bowl. I would probably like that more if I had more AFC stuff instead of these Rams pieces. But I think this is something you can end the team with if you want to do that. I don't think that would be a terrible decision. All right, so what kind of Bills stuff do we have left? Keon Coleman went, which is a little unfortunate. Wouldn't have minded that. Puts us down into true punt range. I'm going to queue up Dawson Knox. He's going to be low owned, but he does have a propensity to find the end zone. And we know Kincaid is perennially hurt. So, if I can get a piece of the Bills that's not taken every time with Allen, I think that's kind of nice. I don't know if I want like a Tutu Atwell. Tyler Higbee might come back. He might not. I'd want to know a little more about that scenario. We'll take Knox first, and then we will trying to decide what we want to do. I mean, honestly, it might be Montgomery anyway. Let's just grab Dawson Knox here. And we'll do Montgomery. Now, I mean, could you argue Goff might be better than Knox? Like having the ability to have 5 Lions, on the off chance Allen doesn't have has one down-ish game and the Lions are nuking, maybe that is better for both advance rate and Super Bowl equity. Not 100% sure. Would be kind of curious to see what the computers think, but we will do our best. Purple Yosh, it's likely either Bears or Lions, so picking between them seems to be a big choice. But I personally think the Packers fall apart without Micah, but they probably still get in. Yeah, that's the thing about the Bears is, like, I don't think they're going to get any more expensive than they are now. They are live to miss the playoffs, even though they're in the 2 seed currently. But I don't foresee them, even when this is crystallized, getting significantly more pricey. But yeah, I will, John, I'll go over everyone's team here once it wraps up. I'll take Montgomery, and it's much easier to view it in this screen than from the draft board. It can be very confusing. But if I click someone up, this is the worst, one of the things I want Underdog to fix. So I have Go AZ Cards' team up. I'm trying to look at his team. But as soon as JT Vinegar picks, it reverts to my team. Like, why? Like, I don't know why that has to reset it. So it makes it hard to, like, review teams until the draft is over. Nix is about to go undrafted. And Go AZ Cards, you famously wanted Broncos and didn't get them. That's kind of a weird run out. This drafter decided to go with Stroud over Nix. I think maybe they were just scared of the bye because they have Stafford. Like, they were afraid of 2 buys is what I think must have happened. But all right. So let's go over some teams. Go AZ Cards, how'd you land the plane? Jalen Hurts, James Cook, Omari, and Hampton. So right off the bat, we can tell your Super Bowl must be Eagles against Buffalo or the Chargers, because you don't have an Eagle running back. AJ Brown, Dalton Kincaid, Dallas Goedert, Keon Coleman, Ladd McConkey, Josh Palmer, and Jahan Dotson. Yeah, it just makes sense. Like, very clear path, very clear what you need to happen. A lot of strong, potentially high-scoring players, like the team Go AZ Cards from the 1 hole. And I think this also shows Cook at the 1. You can build pretty nice teams. Mr. Vinegar, what'd you do? What did you do? Purdy and Love, so 2 NFC quarterbacks. CMC, Travion, Jacobs, and then Kittle, Watson, Jennings, Reed, and a real wild card in DK Metcalf. Don't see DK Metcalf get taken too frequently. Yeah, I like your stacks there. I probably would have, I don't know if Booty was still there. I would imagine I would want like another New England pass catcher over Metcalf. Not just because, I'm not saying this because Pittsburgh might miss the playoffs, because I'm willing to take those risks. I just feel like might have made that to me a little more coherent. But again, I am not one to generally criticize people's takes, because you just don't know what's going to work. Drake May, Sam Darnold on John Frandano's team, Ken Walker, Ramondre, and Bucky. So he's got 2 QB running back stacks with the Bucky Mike Evans thing. Also JSN, Diggs, Henry, Shaheed. Yeah, I mean, this is just a pretty nice team, I think. Well done, Mr. Frandano. Two offensive. I mean, I'm personally down on the Seahawks, but they if they win tonight and are the 1 seed, they're definitely live to make a run. And I think if you're going to build a Seahawks team, that one looks pretty nice. Crutches, what'd you do? Single quarterback, all in on the Jags. T-Law, Saquon, Etienne, and Tootin. So makes me feel a little better about my Kyron Quorum thing. Just take both running backs in these backfields like that. Saquon on the other side. Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Jacoby, Thomas, Strange, Washington. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. You get 6 Jags, which is pretty nice. You got the whole Jags offense, and then some, not only nice Super Bowl pieces, but nice advance rate pieces, and Saquon Adams and Devonta, who can score a lot of points. So I think this is a well-constructed team from the 6, and also shows it can be comfy leaning on 2 quarterbacks, but I think this 1 QB build makes a lot of sense. But yeah, crazy Knicks went undrafted there. Purple Yosh said, true, because we won't know until the Lions and Bears play week 18. Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns in these, and I think we should be drafting with, trying to build teams that you won't be able to get later. And if you draft a dead team, I'm gonna draft teams that have live players that are gonna die in week 1 anyway. So, let's try to shoot the moon. If I got Harvey Sutton, I would have grabbed Knicks. Yeah, again, I think that was a bye week thing from the 2. I wanted some wide receiver help in round 1. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. I guess because you started with Travion, Henderson, and Jacobs, your wide receivers are going to be light. Go Easy Cards, goal line stand for. Oh my God, I haven't done a goal line stand. Gunnar Ross, good morning. Hey, Gunnar Ross, our other limb champion in the room. The fill rate of this goal line stand is even worse than last week. We'll be doing 10 at a time Sunday. I don't even know if people want goal line stands. It's really hard for me to get up for that. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm a little, I don't want to say burnt out, but I'm a little burnt out on the 12 mans right now after the post dog bowl kind of hangover. And also with this slate, I think it's going to be really brutal. All right, I'm hopping in another Mitten. Waiting for 2. Crutches Owl says 10 at a time is easy work in 12 mans. I do 15 in a 6. Oh my gosh. I can barely do 2 at a time. But you guys see how my mind works. This is what you get. I struggle with the multi-tabling with no assistance. It can get confusing. I also typically, if I'm not drafting on stream, I'm on my phone, and it can be a really unpleasant experience trying to multi. All right, so let's see. We got like nobody in this room. Nobody got in. That's okay. We're at the 2 hole. And you know what we're not going to do? Take Josh Allen. We're done. We're done with Josh Allen at the 2. Go AZ Cards likes pairing Buffalo and the Chargers, for they will be wild cards and not face each other till there you go. See, that's the kind of stuff we do need to start thinking about. But I don't want to like overdo, because it is so hard to project who's going to finish where, although it is starting to crystallize. Purple Yosh agrees with Gunnar Ross there about the bad fill rate in the 12s. Yeah, it's killer. Yeah, you're right, Gunnar Ross. We all feel that way. So if you can get up for those 12 persons, it's a good time to do it. I do love having those on Sunday. Oh, the goal line stand, the frantic goal line stand on Sunday morning. Boo, take my dog bowl money and don't want to give $15 back. I don't know if people want to watch the 12 persons now. I don't know if there's as much interest. Gunnar Ross, 6 mans for more than 4 to 5 make my brain smoke. Me too, Gunnar Ross. It's tough. We took Cook at the 2. I'll try to keep the board up so you guys can see what's going on. Let me know if there's something weird. It's hard to keep up with chat, draft your own team, and see what 5 other people are doing in the room, as you can see. Oh, we got Doc Holliday in here in the 3. All right, taking CMC. I love the CMC stuff. Yesterday we were doing, I think we did a couple CMC teams. They're nice because the Niners stuff like kind of lines up well with the ADP. You don't really have to reach, and you can sprinkle in your other things. The Niner teams feel good. Obviously, they need the Niners to get there. Crutches likes the Niners and the Chargers, but their teams are so injured, and the odds reflects it. Nice advance rate pieces are third stacked up. Yeah. For me, it's like the Chargers O-line stuff is really grim, and they're not really throwing the ball like they were early in the season. So I think you get a lot of name value you might be overpaying for, but they are a good bailout stack. Like I do find, like if you need an AFC bailout stack without having the AFC North feeling good about that, they're kind of like the only game in town if you're looking for a team on that in that conference. I pulled that up. Insect Friction GM. Hey, hope you're having a good morning. Go easy cards. Yeah, take Cook and Allen falls a little. Yeah, he fell all the way to 5, just plummeting down the board. All right, so we got Cook. What do we want to do? I kind of want to take AJ Brown. I'm kind of scared. I'm not going to get Jalen Hurts if I do it, but we can't play scared. Let's grab AJ Brown. Hopefully the one hole takes Matt Stafford because they have Puka. That would make a lot more sense. I've seen people do Stafford Hurts. It's pretty funny. Pretty god awful, but you never know. Please don't do it. King Coakley, please. I'm petitioning the king. Okay, we're just gonna grab Jalen Hurts here. All right, so we were able to recreate what what Go Easy Cards did last draft, but from the 2-hole with Cook, AJ Brown, and Hurts. So that's kind of nice. We will see Brett Rogers taking JSN and Barkley. There's a good chance they take Devonta to continue their Eagles stuff, but maybe they're willing to just have Saquon as a one-off, and we could get Devonta on this team too. Granted, there will be mega Eagle stacks. We did see John build that, I think, 2 drafts ago. But for a true Hurts kind of nuke, we need Saquon to have a quiet game in most circumstances. So I'm okay if I just get the pass catchers there on that side. I also did not update my timestamps here. Mitten 3. Sweet. All right. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I think this worked. So the 4-hole getting super aggressive, taking, my God, Bo Nix, who went undrafted in our last contest. The 6-hole takes him at pick 19 to pair with RJ Harvey. So there you go. Johnson and Overflow got Cook, AJ Brown, and Hurts start too. There you go. This is like a Bob Ross painting. Like, I'll draft here and you're in the Overflow and you can draft along, draft the same team, like one of those, like an old PBS show. And this actually might have the same production value. Let's see if we can get Devonta. Please don't click him. If Devonta goes, I think we just take like a Kincaid. If I wanted to get really fancy, I could try to push Devonta because Devonta wouldn't make sense on this guy's team. And then, you know what? Let's get fancy. Let's take Kincaid. This could be dumb, but I don't think it makes sense. I think this person should start taking AFC players like Diggs and Sutton. Okay, see, we looked at the board and we made a logical decision there. So we were able to push it because the 1-hole is a rational drafter. So we were able to get Kincaid and Cook, and we still got Devontae, where there was a chance where this guy with a bunch of NFC pieces would want some Bills and could have taken Kincaid from us. So it worked. Our gamble paid off, and I like the team so far. Doc79, he gets the lion's share of the Niners, so he gets McCaffrey, Kittle, Jennings, and Purdy. Always like that 4-person stack. It does feel like you have pretty much locked up the vast majority of the projection on the Niners, and then can just kind of choose your own adventure on the AFC side, which is fun. So we'll see what Doc79 does to wrap this up. You started a trend, Go Easy Cards. You're a trendsetter. So we'll see. We could compare who did it better. ANT99. I have Cook plus Philly full stack. It's rare, but not, yeah, that's tough to get. That is absolutely difficult to get here. So we've got Hurts and then a couple of AFC pieces. What do we want to do as far as additional AFC pieces? I think I'm just going to grab Dallas Goedert. I know we did the whole rational drafter thing, but there's a lot of stuff I'm okay with. I'm just going to grab Goddard here. Now I've got 4 Eagles, and I can focus on wrapping up the wrapping up the AFC side of things. I think Hampton makes a lot of sense. If I look at AFC running backs, it's pretty bad. I think I'm Hampton over Marks. I think Marks is straight up bad, and I'd rather just take my chances on Hampton. I think the dirty secret is Hampton might not be that great, and I know that the Slappies will be in an uproar. I don't think Hampton is any kind of ball of fire, but we'll grab Hampton. We'll see if Ladd comes around. That would be kind of nice if we could build out the Charger stuff. If not, that's okay. Doc 79 now building through on the AFC side. We see Henry and Flowers, which I do like. The Ravens will get very expensive if they get in here, because all of a sudden Lamar will kind of, rise up quite a bit, and then you'll see people wanting to do Lamar Henry, Lamar Flowers. So I like this. Again, if we're going to be drafting in this period with uncertainty, we should be leaning into that, and so I like that. Brett Rogers takes Ladd for. I guess he has a ton of NFC stuff, so it's not too bad, but that did kneecap us a little bit. Who else do we want here? The Charger stuff gets pretty gross pretty fast. I actually think it's more important that I take Vidal. I know that seems a little weird, but I think Vidal is still going to be heavily involved. I am probably just going to play this as a single quarterback Hurts team. And being that I am not going to have the Eagles running back, I do want to make sure in whatever hypothetical matchup I have, I do have the highest scoring running back on the other team. And so I'm willing to do this and then take other Chargers, which, man, it's pretty bad. Ladd would have been pretty huge for this team. I shouldn't have expected Ladd to be there 5 picks past ADP, but I was hopeful that once I took Hampton, he might come back. And let's just grab QJ here. Because if you can't trust QJ in the playoffs, I mean, my goodness, who can you trust? All right, let's see. 101 is Spike Week Coakley, so he'll stay in his lane. I mean, the King Coakley really was not the problem here. Emo Cowboy, howdy. Hey, GM to you, Emo Cowboy. Appreciate you coming by. Appreciate you so much. Toxic Tower, as always, fantastic stuff. So thank you for that and for all your content this year, Emo Cowboy. Crutches, if Marks is bad, then Vidal is probably good at cost. Yeah, I like the Vidal stuff. I think he's underdrafted and underpriced. If we are, you see a lot of Charger teams, but Vidal goes unowned in a lot of these. John says Patriots feel overpriced here because the betting markets have Denver plus 325, Buffalo 375, Houston 550, Patriots 600, and Crutches agrees. Yeah, we are in big disagreement with Vegas as far as the ADP landscape. Crutches has lots of Denver because of the bye / Super Bowl odds, then skip New England mostly for Houston, Jacksonville till prices adjust. I just don't know if they'll adjust. I feel like people are just like, it's hard to adjust to a world where Houston and Jacksonville are actually Super Bowl contenders. I think a lot of people have a mental block seeing those, just the names and the jersey. Like, it's just hard for people to imagine it, but they've been good, and the Vegas odds do have, Houston ahead of the Patriots. Houston used to be dirt cheap. Houston used to be like you could get them for anything. I probably should have taken Coleman ahead of QJ. I think that was a mistake because I would rather have Coleman on this team, but alas. Who are we taking? No. Sure, Keenan Allen in the Super Bowl. Why not? We'll grab Keenan Allen. So this team ends up being Jalen Hurts, James Cook, Omarion Hampton, Kamini Vidal, and then AJ Brown, Dalton Kincaid, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, QJ, and Keenan. I don't actually hate this team. Might feel a little better if this was Kincaid, or excuse me, Coleman, and then maybe it was QJ or Keenan. But we're basically saying that T-Bear is right and the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Although we didn't take the Ravens. Let's see what Doc did here. Purdy and Lamar, CMC, Kyron, Derrick Henry, Kittle, Jennings, Flowers, Andrews, and Pearsall. So all Ravens, all Niners with Kyron. Yep. I mean, it'll be hard to build these Baltimore Megas if they do make a run into the playoffs. So nice team. I like what we're doing there. Hartman says, weird that the Bills have higher odds than the Patriots. If people are just, I don't know. I guess just seeing that kind of Patriots collapse, I don't know. The market loves the Bills, though. You can't trust these players on your roster. I don't know who you have on your roster, Emo. That much high. Oh, okay, yep. Simulator button is going to drive me crazy. Yeah, you can't let it drive you nuts. I couldn't get my team last year. I had 5 teams in the semis last year, and I couldn't get myself to win BBM once. And none of them advanced, so the simulator was right. I'm with you. Fine being underweight New England then. I like May, but man, he's like slightly better T-Law, Stroud at best. Yeah, I mean, it is hard to see him like separating in that same way for where we're drafting him, like at the 6. Like that, yeah. Drafting the QB for the team that's plus 600 on the AFC side does feel aggressive when you can get T-Law in the 8th round. Like, you're just sacrificing monstrous amounts of projection when you're taking him there. Like, you're basically just betting the Pats to make the Super Bowl. Which, again, if I'm doing 150 of these, I don't want to have no Pats Super Bowl stuff. That feels bad too. But it does feel like we're too expensive. Hemo Cowboy, I'm a local. I've seen the song and dance with the elite D and find enough offense. They don't have the game management it takes to win versus great teams in the playoffs. They just don't. Well, I will say I live in Baltimore, and the first Ravens Super Bowl, the Trent Dilfer era, was a little Houston Texan-y, like offense nobody likes, kind of a game manager QB. No one can decide if they think they're good or not, and the defense carries them. I don't know. It was a different era. It was definitely a different era. The defense could get away with concussing people, so you never know. But I don't know. It's a path that has been trodden before. Chris says, win hell. I just want to see myself on the leaderboard. Yeah, I just want to be in the finals. I just want to sweat. I would take any sweat. This year's playoff is lacking great teams. Well, that's the NFL we live in, and they want it that way. Yeah, I know, Emo Cowboy. It was 20 years ago in a different era of football. It is very different. But I am saying, like, we've seen it before, and the too high stuff has changed some of the explosivity we've seen in offenses. But yeah, Jacoby Brissett just doesn't count. Jacoby Brissett in garbage time is like some combination of Tom Brady, Steve Young, and Dan Marino. It just becomes this like unstoppable force. Armin says like an elite D might do better this year. No powerhouses really, especially AFC. Yeah. I mean, but I do wish that the Houston offense was, but they've got good pieces. It's just the running game. Woody Marks and Nick Chubb. I wish that was a little better. Like Joe Mixon, unironically, would be such a smash on this team if they hadn't have surgically destroyed his foot in the offseason. Kicks755. Hey, appreciate you coming in. I was thinking the exact same thing about Houston's and that Ravens D from old. Yeah, there we go. I mean, it is not great. We have to go back 20 years for this precedent, but sometimes these things can be cyclical. What's up, fam? Says Who Hames. Hey, appreciate you, Who Hames. Hope you're having a great one. Let's hop in another Mitten, and I can keep on with chat here. Also, by the way, we're an hour 9 minutes in. Oh my, I'm not in developer mode. I promise. You guys saw. You guys are my witnesses. I'm not in developer mode. All right, I'm joining on my phone. I'll tell you how many we're waiting for. We are waiting for one. Waiting for one. I'll hop over here. Let me update the timestamp. But yeah, if you can, drop a like, drop a sub. That would be fantastic. We're on the road to 400. And then who knows? All right. We've got Loots at the 2 and Crutches at the 5, myself at the 6. If anyone else, Baby J. Baby J. I know who this is. It's not Mike Robb. Who's Baby J? I know it's one of you. I know it's one of you. I apologize. I try to remember everyone's screen name, and it is tough because not everyone's matches. Emo Cowboy, playoff football still comes down to QBs, and Stroud plus the head coach ain't what cuts it. I'm just very skeptical. Agree on Mixon. Would he been mad to bad? Yeah. I mean, look, I don't think any of... I think very few of us are actually predicting Houston in the Super Bowl. Like, I think if people had to pick one horse, very few probably in this chat are picking the Texans. But, you know, Vegas is definitely pricing it as a real possibility. And thinking about it, it shouldn't really shock any of us if they do. Go Easy Cards. Emo, I missed a show last night. On a scale of 1 to 10, what was the bromance level at? I thought it was kind of normal levels of bromance, but Emo might have a different opinion being there and feeling the chemistry himself. Let's see what Crutches does here at the 5. We see Puka, Allen, JSN, CMC. What does he do? I'm like, oh, I could take Drake May and Travion and just completely ignore everything we've been talking about for the last few minutes. Could do Devontae Kyron. I could do Stafford Devontae. All right, let's just do Devontae Stafford here. We just did an Eagles team. I'm fine. Oh, let's keep it a little fresh here. Let's take Stafford and Devontae Adams and hope that his hamstring is functional. All right, let's see. Cards, you just took 3rd in the Palm 3. Congrats, dude. Oh, in the simulator. I forgot you can simulate other contests. I think if you simulate, I honestly think my team in the Chow Chow is very live. So I'm gonna be a Chow Chow simulator pro pretty soon. Actually, instead of doing Mittens, you're just gonna watch me click generate on the on PD site. Whoever's asking, are you not doing goal line stands? I'm not. If enough people start rioting, I will. I'm happy to do it if that's what the people want. I just feel like the interest in the 12 persons has waned. And you can see that in the fill rates. I think so much of the 12 person was focused on like trying to get to the dog bowl. People really like that. That I think most people playing, they'd either prefer just the normal BR or playoff best ball, but I'm happy to do goal line stands if people want to watch that. Go Easy Cards asking if Greg simming. Simming out of my mind, says Greg. Go Easy Cards fried. I simulated a win in the pointer. That's something only. Oh, it could be your year with the year of the pointer here. That's Chris Jackson. Gosh darn it, Jackson Jart came here for a nice stress-free stream, and I got reminded about the Strahan fumble 6 and the callback. Oh no, I'm sorry. Always forget that there's someone on the other side of the trade there. So I'm sorry, Jackson Jart. At least you did have some success there in subsequent years after that. Emo Cowboy was decent levels of bromance. We were mostly recapping the weekend and reliving the draft stream that is in the semis. That is what it's all about. Just being able to go back and see the heady days in the summer when we were full of hope and optimism. We got Stafford. We got Devontae. What do we want to do on the AFC side of the ball? Who do we want to take? I think I know what I want to do. Let's see what Crutches wants to do. He's got Cook and Saquon. I wish I could do Denver, but I I think they're probably going to get the bye. So if Stafford gets the bye, I'd rather not have two teams get the bye. I know there's a chance if the Rams lose, then they don't. So let's do Nico. Let's do Nico and Corum here. Let's do Nico and Corum so that we do at least have a running back from the Rams here. Nico, hopefully that gives us Stroud later. If we don't get Woody Marks again, it's not the end of the world. So we'll do Devontae, Stafford, Nico, Corum to start. Crutches, he's got Cook, Saquon, Hurts, and Shakir. So he's got a nice Buffalo and Eagles stack going on. We built a Buffalo Eagles from the 2-hole, but it looked a little bit different with Hurts and the pass catchers versus Hurts and Saquon. It's Jordan. Jordan, you are baby J. Jay and Jordan. I know that, and I apologize. I forgot. Emo Cowboy, more ball busting than bromance. We'll save that for when we ship. Jordan pulled up the stream when I saw the sweats in the lobby. Yeah, you knew it must be. Coaches will not be rioting. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think people are really in on the 12 persons right now. I still draft, but it's work for me, so not so much fun. Yeah. The 12 persons, especially with how thick, I didn't even look, but it's got to be so gross at the end. Jackson Sharp says Emo Cowboy. Yeah, well, there's, you can see in the Discord chats when he throws a pick, there's all kinds of alliteration goes on. Purple Yosh just sim top 10 in the Corgi first try. I like that you're in a real life eliminator sweat, yet you're still mashing the simulate button like the rest of us who are just praying for a finals team. I do like that we are truly all one here. Dax and Jared says, who do we think this year's Cinderella that gets an unexpected second or third game? I think, yeah, Houston or Jacksonville definitely feels like it. I feel like it's gonna be somebody really gross that nobody wants to say, like the Bears, like on the NFC side, like some NFC team we're all like kind of like lukewarm on. I don't love the Woody Marks stuff, but we'll take Woody Marks. It just makes me want to. It feels like I'm just total capitulation doing that. But let's do Marks and I'll just grab Stroud now because I don't want to miss that. Woody Marks sucks. All right, we'll take CJ Stroud. So we got Stafford, Stroud, Corum, Marks, Devontae, and Nico. This team feels dead. This field team feels dead already. I don't know how we score enough running back points to survive really anything. I don't think I like this team. I don't think I like how this looks at all. Going back, I don't want to do this every time, but I really think Etienne is better, and then doing Jags instead of Texans. If your NFC stuff is Devontae and Stafford, like if I don't have an NFC running back I'm in on, I would rather have I didn't want to do Harvey with the Rams, so I don't know. I've been wrong before, but this does not feel good. Emo Cowboy says, yo, Yosh, good luck and run pure yeah, I'm telling you, Gunnar Ross and Purple Yosh. We are pulling for them in the limb. Yeah, I do Lions every time. Jordan. I gotta stop. Go easy cards. I was lucky to make 4 BBM semis with 63 drafts. We'll probably stop there. Oh my gosh. Expected 0.1 teams to advance. 4 BBM semis with 63. That is sick. I mean, I have one with 150, so. Like last year I had 5 and none survived to the finals. Division is still in reach, and I have, and most have written them off. Hopium. I mean, they're mathematically in it, and I think they still control their own destiny, but they're definitely flawed. Like there's a reason they're like 25% chance to make the playoffs or something around there. What is 37% according to the NFL. I don't know if that ties in with Vegas. I don't know how they make their numbers, so I don't actually know what the market is pricing it at. All right, Stafford, Stroud, Corum, Marks, Devontae. I feel like I need some advance rate running back, whether that be Bucky or Swift. I think I'd rather it be Bucky. Do we do Bucky Parkinson or Bucky Evans? I think Bucky Evans. I think this team really needs points. I'm okay kind of committing to the Tampa as our kind of bailout NFC side. So let's do Bucky and Evans. On the AFC side, we've got Stroud, Marks, and Nico. So we do have a hypothetical Tampa Bay Texans Super Bowl, and we do have enough for a Texans Rams Super Bowl as well, but it's a pretty gross one with Corum and Marks. With no Puka. Yeah, it feels a little light if that's that doesn't feel like one of our true outs, but you never know. Keep the board up. We'll see what we can see over here. Purple Yosh, I can't stop the grind though. I'm struggling to find the fire for daily. It is so hard at the end of the year, and I'm thrilled that we have as many people who want to watch these streams now, because I know towards the end of the year it can tail off. So thanks everyone for hanging out this morning. It's been awesome. But yeah, that's honestly, Purple Yosh, why I think most people want to watch the playoff best ball stuff, because people are down to the nub in the daily streets. So I'll run a couple of those. I think we did one to start the stream, but I think generally people are trying to move to some of the other stuff. Sims wanted Bucky there. You're welcome. All right. The Sims probably saw my team and were like, your team is hopeless. Do something. Please click a running back with a pulse. So there we go. So we get Bucky there. As far as our Texans, let's see. We've got Stafford, Collins, and Marks. Do we want to finish up Tampa stuff? Do we want to take Colby Parkinson, who may come to us? We'll see what the room is willing to give us. As far as remaining running backs, it's pretty light. But our other option would be to go like Swift and DJ Moore. I don't. Or do we take more bucks? Let's do it. Let's do Swift and Moore, because I really think this team needs something to get it out of its original pod as far as running back points. And now this does open up the Texans versus the Bears. I don't think I love this with how I started with the Rams, and now I'm like basically my Rams Super Bowl is one against the Texans that I think is probably going to be covered up by by teams that did this better. So I kind of like how I ended this team, but it doesn't match the start. It's like that Mario game where you got to match the three things to get the bonus. I feel like the bottom two line up, and then I've got like the fire flower on top of the mushroom. This start I don't think matches the bottom, but we'll see. The team ends up being Stafford, CJ Stroud, Blake Corum, Woody Marks, Bucky Irving, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, and DJ Moore. So we'll see. I'll go over everyone's team that was hanging out here. Baby J, aka Jordan, Drake May, RJ Harvey, Ken Walker, and Ramondre. Puka, Steph Diggs, Hunter Henry, Troy Franklin, Rashid Shaheed. I like the Rashid Shaheed pick, and Tayshaun Booty. So you've got 5 Patriots. So you're you can be a little agnostic as to who they play, and then you've got a couple of Seahawks. You've got Puka. I wonder if you plan on doing more with the Denver stuff, because it feels a little out of place without and ultimately getting Knicks. I don't know if you got sniped on Knicks or if they were always kind of pure advance rate plays or not, But definitely nice having the 5 Patriots and a couple of nice pieces that could score some points in, a lower owned Shaheed and Ken Walker on the other side. Let's see. I don't think Lutz is in the room just yet. But let's see. Crutches, what did you do? Hertz and Caleb. Oh, God. I didn't even realize you took Caleb after me. Okay. I was like, I really did not think I sniped you on more. Hertz and Caleb, and then Cook, Saquon, two strong running backs. They are Shakir, Goddard, Jacoby Myers, Ladd, Palmer, and Keon Coleman. So I'm assuming the sim said to take Caleb, which I guess surprises me a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the Sims to do that, but I like the team. Otherwise, I think Bills Eagles is nice. Let the computer take the wheel. Okay, this is like playoff best ball 102. That's a little beyond me, but maybe they again. Remember, in our last draft, I had the choice between was it Knox? I think it was Knox and then like Goff. And seeing this makes me think it would have said to take Goff because it likes the points. That's true too. Chicago Buffalo Super Bowl, just not a good one. I mean, honestly, it is one of those situations where it's probably hard to get Allen plus Cook and these guys. Like again, we talked to death about the Allen Cook stuff. It's probably pretty hard to get that bunch. And if Caleb keeps pace with Allen, I see it. It feels thin, but it's not like dead. Yeah, and Caleb can have rushing touchdowns. Again, if it's a Cook Super Bowl, if Cook's going off and Caleb's on the other side, there's no guarantee Allen outscores Caleb. So I guess I see what the computers are up to. Probably because Hurts could be a 1 seed. Can they still? I guess. They're 2 games behind the Rams and the Seahawks. I didn't think that was... I guess it's mathematically possible, but one of them's going to win tonight. I don't know. I assume it's advanced rate / opens another Super Bowl with a QB you can take unstacked. All right, everyone. Where are we at? Do we have time to do one more? I don't think anyone goes live at 10 today. So we can do one more, and then we will probably get on out of here. So I'm going to try to do I'm going to join the Mitten on my phone because it says I'm in developer mode. But if you can, please like and subscribe. Again, we are we're on the way up and up, waiting for 2 in a Mitten if you want to get in. But appreciate so much y'all doing these drafts, hanging out, talking the Sims, figuring it out. All right, so we got Crutches at the 3. Is Phil's 11 someone that hangs out here? I'm not sure. Crutches says, I can also tell the Sims likes 2 QB generally. Once we know for sure the buys, I'm curious if it pivots or it still likes ping-ponging weeks at QB. I vaguely remember from last year the 2 QB stuff was in favor. I know the metas can shift, but I thought I remembered it generally preferring that. But yeah, you might be right. I mean, it maybe is accounting for some bye week uncertainty. Greg, no CMC, no money, according to this BBM sim, I swear. I got the only CMC team in my pod. I am praying for that world, Greg. We'll see. It would be quite the ending just to see Brian Robinson scoring the touchdowns. I'll just be tilting my face off on Monday night if that's the world we end up in. All right, Puka goes at the 1, as he typically does. Josh Allen at the 2, as the chat has decided is the disfavored way to build. We're done with Allen at the 2, even though it seems like by the time the playoffs start, Allen could be the 1. He keeps steaming up more and more. No one is afraid of the Rams being on a bye. Still take Puka at the 1. But in these Mittens, it is much more forgiving that 2 teams get through. But I don't think people are drafting differently in the gauntlet. All right. Do we want CMC or Cook? Let's do a CMC team. I feel like we've done a fair amount of build stuff. So let's see what we can't build over here with CMC. Greg just mentioned CMC, so we'll start with that in this particular one, and then decide how we want to build things out. There goes Saquon. So this is the first big decision point. Do they do something like Saquon Brown, Saquon Hurts? They do Saquon Kyron. So 2 NFC running backs. Devontae Adams goes. You know what? Let's take Travion on the other side. Let's take Travion, and then we'll try to play this through the Purdy side of the universe here. I think that's fine. Way to start. Drake May goes immediately thereafter to Crutches. The computer's probably laughing uproariously at my decision to pass on Drake May, but we'll see. We'll see. I do like this 2 running back start. It does feel pretty good. And again, I think I can lock up the Niners stuff and then not have to worry as much about the other side of the coin. Keep the board back up. So we see Allen. So I think it does seem, just anecdotally doing these, Buffalo Philly is going to be highly, highly represented, that combo. If that's the Super Bowl, there's going to be a million variants of that coming in. So it will be interesting to see. It will. I think it's just going to be an overrepresented pairing just because of the way the ADPs have been going. Puka Drafter gets Stafford, adds Harvey. Not afraid of 2-1 seeds over there. You also see people doing this, which just can't be good, taking Allen and Hurts. I think it's just too much draft capital. And if you do get to the Super Bowl and have both, it doesn't actually help you because there's going to be so many teams that only have one, and only one's going to hit your lineup. So I don't think that's right, from my understanding of this game that we play. We'll take Kittle there. I like having CMC Kittle. And we have Henderson. We'll see if we can add another Patriot here, or if we just take Jennings. It will depend. I'm not crazy about Diggs, but he is fine if he does come to us. If he doesn't come to us, I think we have other means of playing this. Etienne would have been interesting. You don't need 3 running backs. You can't play 3 running backs, but I think Steph Diggs is the pretty clear pick for this team. With, of course, apologies to Crutches, who has Drake May. I don't think it makes sense for me with Travion to pass on Diggs. Ken Walker goes next, paired with JSN. So you got May on one side and 3 NFC pieces on the other with JSN, Jacobs, Ken Walker. Josh Allen drafter takes Kincaid. So, I mean, has 2 nice stacks, Allen, Kincaid, AJ Brown, and Hurts. But again, I think it's too thin once you get there. All right. Let's see what Relt does here. Purdy's ADP is 37. So in the ideal world, we can push him. I do want to see what the QB landscape is, because if Purdy goes, we're basically stone dead in the water on this team, because we won't have the Pats QB and we won't have the Niners QB. So we do have to make sure we don't get too cute as this comes. I don't know if there's anything worth risking that. You know, if I take Jennings first, it makes it less likely someone will take Purdy, but Purdy could be the top QB on the board, and neither of these drafters have a quarterback. So I think Purdy just goes next on this team. We'll see who Crutches takes here. He takes Watson. Makes sense, building out the Packers thing. We're just going to take Purdy. I'll queue up Jennings optimistically. I think Jennings and Hunter Henry make a good amount of sense. In a fair and just world, I would take Henry, Jennings, and then push Purdy. But again, I just can't rely on Purdy being there at 40. Maybe if I wanted to be a little more adventurous, I could have tried that, but we'll see. We'll see. I didn't want this team to be completely dead because I do like this start. I think this is pretty nice, and I don't think getting like Hunter Henry is worth risking it. I could take Henry here because Jennings could come back to us. I know the May drafter is coming up, but I think it makes more sense to just lock this up. Maybe we start taking some different pieces on the AFC side of the ball. So we got CMC, Travion, Kittle, Diggs, Purdy, and Jennings. So we've got our four Niners. Hunter Henry goes next, which I think was to be expected, to the Drake May drafter. All right. Keon Coleman goes. So at least Game Tight here has stuck to the plan of getting Eagles and Bills. So building out some big stacks there. For what it's worth, the Sims didn't want Henry. Interesting. I wonder if that's just like a Henry doesn't project super well thing, or what. I don't know. Very curious that that's what it's telling you. I would have assumed it would want you to keep building that. I'm also curious if it asked you to take Darnold or Love on this team. I wonder if it's okay with Drake May solo. Very interesting what the computer sims out in these. Marks would have been a candidate. I wouldn't mind another AFC running back. I have two paths. I can go on. And I think this is going to be, we're going to try something perhaps a little interesting. Let's do DeAndre Swift here. Let's do DeAndre Swift. We're going to just stick with Henderson and Diggs as far as our NFC side. And maybe we can build like a 4-person Bears stack on the other side and say we're going to have the Niners versus the Pats or the Bears versus the Pats and do a 4-4-2 situation here. My other option would be I could have taken Booty to continue the Patriots stuff. I think that would have been fine as well, but I kind of wanted to do this. I'm just where's Moore go? Let's just grab DJ Moore here. I think there's enough quarterbacks to insulate us from someone just taking unstacked Caleb. At this point, we'll probably take Caleb next. And again, wanted a little more running back firepower. And we'll have 2 quarterbacks on the NFC side and just assume the opponent is the Pats and go through Henderson and Diggs. Oh, it had Love at the top. There you go. It makes sense. So yeah, the Sims are telling you 2 quarterback is the preferred way to do things. Crutches IKBs it though. He goes with the Darnold side of things. Crutches says I have May in the other one as well, and the Sims don't want me to take Henry even at 40. Seems like a ranking issue. Yeah. That surprises me quite a bit. I wonder if they're dinging tight ends for some reason. I don't know. That just surprises me a little bit. It timed out. There you go. Here I am reading deeply into this, and it's just like, no, I just timed out and Darnold was there. Well, at least Darnold makes sense for your team. I think that's that's probably just fine. Although obviously, if you're a bye week bro and worried about that, Love is not getting the bye, whereas Darnold is still live to do so. We're going to queue up Caleb here, and so this team will end up with Now I'm wondering. Actually, I think I'm just going to take booty here. We'll do booty and 3. So we'll do a 4-3-3. I think this is perhaps a little better because we need New England in the Super Bowl. So it probably makes sense to take a couple more pieces. And then on the Bears side, we can just live with more Swift and Caleb. I think that makes more sense for us to do. Crutches again goes with Walker and Sharp. So I think one thing we're learning from The Sims and from something I've been doing and we've seen other people do is the 2 running backs on the same team. There's a lot of instances where you can do that. We've seen a lot of Corum and Kyron. We now see Sharps and Walker. I think Monty and Gibbs, if you're playing the Lion stuff, is good. We've seen Ramondre and Henderson. So there's many different angles to that. So I think that shows it is viable. So we'll just grab Caleb here. So this team is Purdy, Caleb, CMC, Travion, Swift, and then Kittle, Diggs, Juwan Jennings, DJ Moore, Keyshawn Booty. A little light in the wide receiver department. Definitely going to be relying on something. I also think if you're doing the Bears, could you do Swift Monungai? If you're doing like a 4 or 5 or even 6, Bear stack, yeah, because again, they're live to both get there or just kind of ping pong. Crutches, I think it especially makes sense for weaker split rooms. Why not? Yeah, 100%. Especially getting the ownership discounts and if you do arrive in the finals, the primary quote unquote is going to be way overrepresented. Hey, Lutz, you were in the draft. Saw you in my last draft. Wanted to stop by. Hey, appreciate you so much, Lutz. Hope you're having a great one. Hey, that was a pretty fun draft. I like the way this team ended up here. Let's check in on the others. I think it was just Crutches in this room. So let's see what Crutches did. Drake May, Sam Darnold, Josh Jacobs, Ken Walker, and Sharps. We talked about this, the Walker-Sharps combo. And then JSN, Christian Watson, Hunter Henry, Jaden Reed, and Rashid Shaheed. Yeah, so he's got the 5-man Seahawks stack. They can play anyone, but in the ideal world, they would play, I guess, the Pats, but because he has Hunter Henry, no other position players there. Or if Drake May outscores the Seahawks, that would work too. So definitely preferred opponent would be the Patriots. Some potentially high-scoring, more advanced rate pieces on the Green Bay side, although he does have a Green Bay New England Super Bowl. Now that I add it up, it does add up to 5. So a few different options there for Crutches. But everyone, super fun doing these drafts. Appreciate y'all so much. If you can, on the way out, drop a like, drop a sub, leave a comment. The comments absolutely help with the algo. But yeah, best of luck tonight. Big game. I'll be hanging out in the Discord streets. You'll find me in, I'll probably do some of the 6-persons. If you're doing BRs, you might see me out there. But good luck tonight, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.